Liverpool really handing this game right over to the Foxes here. And I'm not saying they don't deserve it, but of course, as a Liverpool perspective, this is crap. This is really crap. Klopp is going nuts on the sideline, and Klopp is going to get a lot of criticism from this game for how long Liverpool has been in this rut. But honestly, I don't blame Klopp. These are all individual mistakes. Kabak really, tune in after this to the Redmen TV player ratings. Kabak is going to get like a 4 because he's been involved. I mean, he has looked out of place. I'll get to the comments in a second, but Kabak has looked a little bit out of place. But listen, Liverpool, again, I wrote that article last week about losing to City could be the best thing for us. It sounds ridiculous. I'm not trying to be sensationalist. I truly believe that lowering our expectations is necessary. And Genie gets pulled off and Beaty comes on for the 87th minute. We're going to need some magic from him if we get anything from this game. We need 2 goals in 5 minutes. But listen, I don't think that Klopp, deserves any criticism here. And honestly, again, I'm putting a little bit of a flowery glow on this as far as, Liverpool perspective. But, maybe in a way, not that I'm rooting against Liverpool. I never would, but Leicester up to second place with this win, 46 points. They'll be 4 points behind City, with City having 2 games in hand. But anyway, I'm saying that, Liverpool fans, you're saying, oh, you want to see Davies and Kabak at the back. I mean, Henderson has had another very good game at center back. Listen, I get it. I want him back in midfield just as anybody else. But we can't do that right now. I mean, with Fabinho, listen, I don't know. I'm talking myself in circles. I don't know. We're down 3-1. I stand by playing Hendo at center back this game just because we've had a very, he's probably preparing for Fabinho to be at the center back, and so you have a senior player alongside a new player in Kabak. If someone wants to be out there and say, oh, we should have played Nat Phillips and Kabak, or Reese and Kabak, or what have you, or Davies, but again, my point is, I think Kabak is looking a little out of position on much of these, and listen, and it's going to be expected. I mean, he's 20 years old. He's stepping up from a floundering Bundesliga team to the Premier League for the champions, and a lot of pressure is going to be on him. And he'll take some time. But anyway, let me get to the comments as we appreciate them. Mr. Big Chest. Going to lay the blame more on Ali, senior player versus a kid making his first start. I agree. But there's got to be communication there. There has to be. Oh, okay. I thought players were walking off the field. This is an interesting camera angle. Anyway, I didn't know if there was some incident happening, but anyway, yeah, I agree. Allison should have called them off. Allison was sort of arriving a little bit late to the scene, and it's just an awkward one. And in games in the future, they will hopefully cement their relationship a bit more and understand each other a bit more. Allison is flicking the ball up almost to start juggling, it looked like. Nice FIFA move there. Always a scary moment or two with Allison at the back, but we love him nonetheless. And Mr. Big Chest, certainly the MVP follower for this stream, with another comment saying bringing in Thiago was a mistake. Yeah, again, I mean, listen, my reaction to that is same old. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, we're still not quite there with Thiago. He is a square peg in a round hole. I'm not going to say this entire game has fallen apart because of him. At the same time, we still have some struggles there. And let me see, when is this another game where Curtis has exited and it all falls apart after he has left? There you go. I'm sure some people, me arriving at that that fact, or that interpretation, certainly is an interesting one. I bet you people will be saying that Klopp deserves criticism for taking Curtis off a second game in a row, and we go from, in both cases against City and here against Leicester, that that our fortunes have gone from drawing the game to a losing position. I think that's a little jumping to conclusions, but listen, Curtis was having a great game. Again, I think we get tempted to further cement ourselves into an opinion just due to momentum in terms of Thiago. So I don't want to move in a direction that, I dislike Thiago. Again, we're figuring things out. We need to understand that this is not the Liverpool of last season. I'm not making excuses. It is what it is. We are not that same team. And that's due to a lot of absences. And Trent blasts the ball into Rosette after it goes out of bounds. You can see the frustration on their faces. I mean, is the frustration going to help us or hurt us? Trent could have pulled a hamstring and blasting the ball into Rosette there. Thankfully he didn't. But again, are we going to burrow ourselves further into this hole? Or is it part of the solution? Do we need to get players a bit pissed? I mean, going back to my playing days, I remember when our teams were in a bit of a rut, and our coach would want us to get angry. He even personally, he would try to rile me up to get angry, play angry, and get us out of whatever shit this is. It needs to stop. So we'll see. I mean, I'm not sure who's up next. Hey, Liverpool. Hey, Google. Hey, Liverpool. Hey, Google. What is Liverpool's next game? We're in the Champions League next.
Liverpool's next game is on Tuesday at 3 p.m., where they will be playing Leipzig.
Okay. I would ask what our next Premier League game is, but Google will probably get confused by that. I think it's more of an easy one next, thank God, for Liverpool. Liverpool Lee, sorry, I'm going to take this. Okay. Well, my buddies say methinks if I'm going to take a few weeks off from watching. Okay, this is what Liverpool fans are saying. We are literally not going to qualify for top 4, says Shane. Not sure I agree with that. Lee, call me a plastic fan, but getting infuriated for 8 weeks straight isn't good for my mental health. Amen, brother. I get it. It's definitely frustrating, but have a tea. Have some herbal remedies, whatever calms you down. I get it. I won't fault you for feeling frustrated, but listen, getting angry about it as a fan is not going to do anything but, as you said, harm our mental health. And listen, there's nothing we can do to change it as much as we want to think that. But yeah, I'm definitely somebody that is tries to stay level-headed in these situations because, again, if there's nothing you can do to change it, then why let it ruin your day? It sucks, but come here to the channel. This is we can help the healing process. We can talk through it. Not good enough from Liverpool I mean, listen, up until the Leicester goal, and I'm sure my Liverpool friends are going to disagree with me on this. You can't blame VAR for losing that game because Leicester did take it to us after that goal. And they deserve, from the 75th minute on, or whatever the hell it was, that they scored their 3 goals. Credit to them. I mean, they were the better team, but does that mean they're deserving to win the game on the overall 90 minutes? No. And listen, the fact is that VAR changed the game. For anyone that wants to disagree with me, you take that goal away on the free kick and you deem it to be offsides, I don't think anybody would be all up in arms one way or another because it is right on that line. And, I'll skip the VAR chat for now, but if that goal gets ruled out, then I don't think that Leicester are scoring those extra 2 goals. And Liverpool possibly comes away with a 1-0 victory. I'll be curious to see what Klopp says after the fact. But the doomful days continue for Liverpool. Brendan Rodgers gets one over on the team he used to manage. He gives a thumbs up to an empty set of seats that looked a bit awkward, but I'm sure he was looking up to the boardroom or whatever. And there you have it, 3-1. All right, I am going to take a little break, and Crystal Palace Burnley is up next. Don't expect to see me on here for that because, let's be honest, who's watching that game? But you can expect to see me back at 12:30 for City Tottenham. Up the Spurs, and yeah. Although I might be maybe playing around with a few things, so I might be experimenting for the Palace Burnley game. I'm trying to maybe get up a live score widget and minute ticker for the Twitch situation, possibly some background music or intro music or something like that, and possibly like displaying the comments up on screen. So anyway, until next time, thank you for tuning in, and Liverpool, pull it together.